Couple.
That's a cool gate.
Yeah, just all handled by the miners, comes out, it's even balanced to the point where
Yeah.
the car comes up, goes through, and it automatically closes, so if a car detaches, it doesn't run away down the shaft.
Alright, I'm headed to three big mines. War Eagle mine, the Columbus mine, and the Noonday mine. They're all owned by a guy named Ross. Contacted him, so he's going to give me a tour, I hope. It'll be interesting. I don't think I'll be doing anything too in depth. There's a lot of videos on this mine, so I just want to see some of the main attractions. My back isn't feeling good today at all. So I gather he's been doing some work along with volunteers on fixing up the mines, making them safer. Like I said, this is all private property, so if you come here, make sure you ask permission first. That's his killer attack dog there, watchdog. I think that's him up there. I'll run his dog over. A little closer one of the War Eagle. Big waste rock pile and a bin on the right there. And you got some mines up in the middle there. Got some mines right there. And then behind Ross's trailer up in the back there's another couple of big mines. Alright, we're going to head in the East War Eagle. At it. Portal. So this was in the, when did you say, what year?
So this was a cross cut they started in 1951. Engineer named Chip Joy working for the Anaconda Company. The guy was pretty much a genius. He drove this thing a half a mile back in.
Wow.
And hit within a foot horizontally and vertically where he wanted to come in.
Nice.
On the day he planned to hit it. And all done, no computers, that was pen and paper stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some of the stuff latest that the Anaconda put in.
Yeah. Well.
I've not seen that in any other mine, but still a fair bit of here. That's a piece of somebody's probably right. That was a drift they ran off that way. They hit a vein, followed it for a little bit. It played out. Same over here. They each go back a few hundred yards, face out.
Mm-hmm. Now we're getting into a timbered area.
Just a short one. Especially here, the rock has come down so heavy, it's actually shifting the overhead.
Oh yeah.
So. Question is, do I try to get a jack under there and repair that, or just leave it sit and not fuck with something that's not bothering me? Sorry about that. 24 gauge stuff.
Yeah.
I believe here's, they were trying to drive another cross cut through here to get around the bad rock zone at the bottom of the western shaft. And there's another drift coming out of the workings on the other side that comes close to this. And for some reason they stopped. I believe there's not too much distance remaining between the two. I've got to get a proper survey in here to have that checked out, but if it works out, I may just open this up and blast a few dozen feet out of there and see if I can't do what they were looking to do, because it'll open up that whole back side of the mine to exploration without having to crawl through the really dangerous spot up ahead. So just for safety purposes, I can take a lot of people back in and show them that section of the mine, which right now I can't take most people into. Level below us over here that we cleared out. That's where this junk came from. Put some new laddering in there. And now it's an alternate way, in and out of the level below us.
Yeah.
Now we'll pick up the water and air pipe proper. First stope back up in there.
Yeah, pretty cool.
This big beautiful plank, which I'd love to haul out and put to use, is right into that bad rock area, unfortunately.
Oh, this is all older workings?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, they would have expanded it here. This is the main haulage they were using to get all their ore out. But here's an old air door that's still got some fabric improvised insulation around it.
Yeah. What year are the older workings?
They would have started back in the 20s
20s?
or earlier. I don't know the exact date for the beginning of War Eagle. But this would have been 690 feet below the main shaft. So.
Yeah.
You can see the timbering definitely takes a turn for the older here. This little spot here is prominent in the movie The Abandoned Mine, which you can rent on Amazon Prime for like $4
Really?
or 40 cents or whatever it goes for. Where our heroes, a bunch of college kids, came out for a Halloween and decided to explore the old haunted mine and went down here on a rope and bad things happened, and I won't spoil the ending. Actually, I don't understand the ending. So watch it, let me know.
I think they got drunk, that's what happened. The bottle's down there.
Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie is on Prime. They did come out here and film it live on location here.
Really? Eh?
So I see a lot of places I recognize.
Wow.
Just gotta get down there and clean that litter up.
Yeah.
That's a tough area to work without ropes. I don't have the skills. I need people
Yeah,
to get down in there.
Looks like it gets steeper down there too.
Well, it did does. It was well down to the next level and quite a bit beyond that one. So
Wow.
this slope here drops down, hundreds of feet and goes the same several hundred feet up on this side too. This whole section of the mountain's been chopped out.
Yeah.
You can see our timbers are getting crude up there. A lot of them are just basically tree trunks, still the bark on them.
Huh. Well, it's getting warmer anyways.
And we're gonna go this way first. Show you that. And here's a beautiful vein of the mineral they were chasing right here.
What was it called?
That's got galena in it. That's got some iron oxides in that. Other areas of the mine will show some nice copper production. More so towards the mean there. And there's zinc in there too. That's why they've got a bigger track in here. A beautiful, four-way junction that they've taken, the scrappers have got.
Haven't seen that in the mine before, four-way.
There's only two that I'm aware of. This one has one and Noonday has one. And go back here, I'll show you something back in here. I basically block off a lot of these with ties like that when I get the volunteer groups and so they know how not to get to their work area.
Yeah.
If you come here and look at this ore chute,
These big
get
chutes.
an idea for the stoping.
Oh, wow.
That goes up to the 595 above us, which is a whole nother, cross cut with its own drifts, its own track.
Oh,
Fair bit of explosive up there yet still.
yeah,
Fine.
nice.
So I've been up there a few times. I'm going to eventually put a hand rope up there and some partial laddering to take people up there and down safer.
Cool.
Then again, that's one of those areas where nobody really gets to, so it's a virgin area for. But when you get in an area and there's no graffiti, no litter down, you hit the mother loads. Don't have to turn around.
Yeah. Cool.
We'll get on that one in a second. Yeah, that panel is one of the reasons I put the gates up.
Yeah.
Those boxes, they were stripped of the wiring a long time ago, but they were all intact on that frame when I was originally starting to purchase the mine. And I came in here like November, December last year, and suddenly they're all like ripped apart and torn down. It's like, there was no profit made from that, that was just damage, for the purpose of doing damage.
Yep. It's a shame.
Double incline shaft, here it is.
Oh, this is cool.
There would have been a hoisting motor back there, a very large one. It would have been an electric motor. Running cables down the shaft here, running the skips up and down.
Off that beam or back in?
Well, we believe the motor sat up on top of those and ran its pulleys underneath.
Oh, yeah.
And there were like 5 or 6 of those beams back there once, now there's just a couple.
That's a cool gate.
Just all handled by the miners, comes out, it's even balanced to the point where the cart comes up, goes through, and it automatically closes, so if a cart detaches, it doesn't run away down the shaft. Now, unfortunately, sometime after the mine's closure, there was a cart sitting up here that somebody did let run down the shaft there on the right-hand side.
Oh, really?
And it barreled down there out of control, past that level to the next level below, where it finally jumped the tracks, took out some timbering.
Wow.
And hit the station on like a bomb, caused a lot of damage, trashed the car. And if this shaft's not been inherently stable, it probably would have collapsed the shaft.
Wow.
Just for your handhold where there's no side rail there.
Yep.
The side rails, I love the way they just pipe nailed onto the timbering.
Yeah, it works.
It does. There's just a missing section I gotta replace. It's laying right down there. It's gotta get on doing it. And if you look at all where those timbers set into the headers and the footers, they're all beveled. I think it's a mortise they call that.
Oh, yeah,
So you can't drop out the bottom.
Ah.
We're setting some of the down timbers in here.
Cool.
In the movie The Abandoned Mine too, they got the characters are coming down this shaft here, and they get to a spot where you are, where there's a timber missing.
Yeah.
And the main character's using this rail here to support himself as he runs down there. and it could not have been choreographed, it was just too perfect. And obviously he tripped out and they left in the movie.
Yeah. Wow. We're just heading down to the first level here, 100 foot. That's about all I can handle. That's how they lifted him up. Continues down.
And you see how they did that there with the bridges.
Yeah, that's cool.
This goes down as a 2-track, another 2 levels, then it becomes a single track.
Oh yeah.
For the next 3 there. And another one sitting back there with wheels on it. Those are some heavier CS cars that are weighing in the vicinity of about a ton each. Now, pointed to 2, you see all the rocks that are embedded in here?
Yeah.
That's all shrapnel from blasting.
Blasting, yeah.
And some of the boards that are used up here is impromptu shims. That's old square set they would have taken out of the older sections of the mine and repurposed. because they weren't using square. Bottom of that area is what I showed you about.
Oh, yeah.
So it goes that way for a fair bit, and it goes back in here. And if you get through this bit of a rock fall, you'll see a wonderful cavern. You step with Kara over towards that day box there.
Yeah.
You can feel the air coming through.
Yep.
Down that race that we laddered.
Oh, yeah.
And when you were looking down from above earlier, that snow comes down to here
Yeah. Huh.
and further down past it.
Nice.
Another rock fall off the side there, tearing that cribbing up.
Yeah.
Mines weren't made to last forever, and they won't.
No, but they last a while. That's all fresh
As long as they
fall.
last one day longer than me.
Yeah, that's all fresh fall in
Yep.
there.
You know, actually, well, this has been chipped away because there's some beautiful galena in this quarter here.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got rock downs in here post closure, chipping away at that.
It's amazing they dug way under there and they didn't put any support columns or anything.
They put them where they thought they needed them.
Yeah.
Now this box here we're looking at, you got a lot of squares set up here above it. Which means exactly the age. They stopped doing square set a long time ago. And I'll show you this from the top when we get back up. I have not really been up in there yet. One of these days I got to do that. Big, huge stoked out cavern. And it goes all the way down to the next level.
Yeah.
And continues to get
Well,
that's all this rock was gone out. They were, you know, slushers that have just taken it down to the next level.
heard something.
Mine's always working, and little rocks always falling.
Yeah.
The old miners say, a healthy mind should be working. It's when it's dead quiet is you got a problem. I mean, something. The water hole running through it. Another one over there. Yeah, we'll head back up and take you a little
Back to
further
the
back.
decline, and now becomes an incline as we walk way the heck up there. I don't know where the where that rail chair is that you ride up, but yeah, I'm getting pretty tired.
No, I don't want to see yet. We're not done.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the stoping up here, and you'll see a lot more fall back in here.
Yeah.
And as you come into the ore chutes here,
They got lots of support up there under that one side, eh? Wow.
well, you didn't see nothing yet.
No.
This would have been the main haulage to the shaft, the western shaft.
Wow.
And you can see where they've, cribbed it,
Yeah.
and they've used pretty much every piece of wood they can get, from trees to old timbers to scrap wood, old square set boards, even railroad steel and ties back in here. And it's still coming down. Finally, they gave up on it. You get back in here, you can see where they just finally let it go.
Yeah.
They kept just a small opening back there where they could run the air and the water pipe through. And that does go back into the old section.
This is heavily timbered.
You have to look at some of those timbers, like this one here. This is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen a few of those. For sure.
You can get that rail tie. There's a
Yeah,
railroad steel.
railroad.
It's not that one. The next one is actually snapped clean in half,
Really?
which is
Wow.
that's why they tend to use timber in these places instead of steel.
Yeah.
Timber lets you know when it's going to go. Timber will stress and creak and crack and pop and warp. Sometimes it may be quick, but it's going to give you a warning. The metal just snaps.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And again, there's a lot of workings past there, but you know, I take people there on a case by case. There's a coal. That's what they reach it's called. That's some of the old early period timbering. Some more collapse over here. Yeah, this is the other side of that same background. And it's up on the 595 too. The 595's collapsed. And here, this was a little more violent. This was this big rock and a bunch of his friends coming down and hitting this timber set and knocking it all off. So again, I'm looking at trying to jack some of this back into place, but we got to blow that rock and a couple of the other ones back in there too. So we're working on a plan for it. But right now it's all stable, so we're not in a rush. And this over here is so you don't see all the lines, that's a mine toilet right there.
Huh, nice.
It's the only one in here. Got the water pipe that still runs to it. Straight out, we don't have to go back up in there anymore. There's our powder magazine there.
Looks like an outhouse. That looks like an outhouse with a little toilet paper.
It's been used. Little timber theft up there. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
A lot of nice shot holes in the wall. You can see where they deliberately widened this out just to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got more around the corner here. A small covered pit here where they can move the boards and stand there. Get next to the cars, workbench, and a small stove with some collapse. And it looks like they just started throwing crap at it because they didn't all fall down. So my suspicion is I'd like to know more about this because a lot of the nails in this woodwork pulled apart are still shiny-ish. So it's probably a more recent collapse.
Yeah.
And I believe there's more stope back up in there, so I've not been able to get up in there yet. But it doesn't go anywhere up that way, so looks like they were working. About a mile and a half back, I put a ladder in that goes here. It's just horrible back there. And the dust is big stopes up here. I've not been up in any of these yet. But one day soon. More stove with heavy timber up there. And hangers for vent pipes, so they were doing some real operating back in there. And going down here. That ore bin, that big ore bin we were under,
Yeah.
there it is down there in the square set.
Yeah. All right, we're on our way out here.
Okay.
So this is part of the Noonday mine. Unfortunately, my back can't handle doing any more exploring. That was enough in the War Eagle, so